On December 20th, 1968, a quiet lover's lane in Northern California became the scene of a brutal crime that shocked the nation. At first, police believed it was just another tragic murder, but they had no idea they were dealing with someone far more dangerous. Over the next few months, more attacks followed, and then something even more terrifying happened. Newspapers began receiving mysterious letters from a killer who proudly claimed responsibility for the murders. He challenged the police, mocked investigators, and signed every message with a strange symbol. From that moment, America was no longer hunting an ordinary criminal. It was facing the terrifying mystery of the Zodiac Killer. Investigators worked day and night, chasing every clue they could find. Every crime scene was searched again and again. Every fingerprint was examined. Every witness was questioned. But the Zodiac Killer always seemed to stay one step ahead. Then the letters arrived once more, filled with strange symbols, hidden codes, and terrifying messages. He wasn't just escaping the police. He was enjoying the fear he had created. Across California, people locked their doors earlier, avoided lonely roads, and wondered who would be next. The hunt had become bigger than anyone had imagined, yet the killer remained invisible, turning every new clue into another unanswered question. As the investigation grew deeper, detectives collected every piece of evidence they could find. Maps were covered with pins, fingerprints were compared, and every coded message was carefully analyzed. Experts believed the killer had made a mistake somewhere, but every promising lead ended in disappointment. The Zodiac seemed to disappear without leaving a trace. The more the police searched, the more impossible the case became. It was no longer just a murder investigation. It had become one of the greatest manhunts in American history. The investigation entered a critical stage. Detectives carefully re-examined every crime scene, every photograph, and every single piece of evidence collected over the years. Fingerprints were compared, handwritten letters were analyzed, and the mysterious ciphers were studied by experts across the country. Yet the Zodiac Killer remained invisible. Every promising lead ended in disappointment, and every unanswered question made the mystery even deeper. The fear had spread far beyond California. Families locked their doors, people avoided empty roads after sunset, and newspapers published every new letter on their front pages. The killer had achieved exactly what he wanted. He had turned fear into his greatest weapon. Then came the most chilling twist of all. The Zodiac Killer wasn't hiding in silence anymore. He wanted to be heard. He mailed cryptic ciphers to newspapers, claiming that his identity was hidden inside them. He even threatened that if his messages were not published, more innocent people would die. The entire nation watched in fear as experts, detectives, and code breakers raced against time to solve his puzzles. Some believed the ciphers held his real name. Others believed they were nothing more than a cruel game. But one terrifying fact remained unchanged. The Zodiac Killer was still free, and no one knew where he would strike next. Years passed, but the investigation never truly stopped. Detectives reopened old files, compared fingerprints with new technology, and searched for answers hidden in thousands of pages of evidence. One suspect after another was investigated, yet none of them could be proven to be the Zodiac Killer. The letters suddenly stopped, but the fear never disappeared. Some believe the killer died. Others believe he changed his identity and lived a normal life. Even today, every new discovery brings fresh hope, but the truth remains locked in the shadows. More than half a century later, one question still haunts America. Who was the Zodiac Killer? More than 50 years have passed, yet the identity of the Zodiac Killer remains one of history's greatest mysteries. Despite decades of investigation, thousands of clues, and countless suspects, the truth has never been revealed. Perhaps the final answer is still hidden somewhere, waiting to be discovered. Until then, the legend of the Zodiac Killer lives on. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this documentary, please subscribe to the Hidden Casebook, like this video, share it with your friends, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next mystery. Every case hides a truth, and we'll uncover it together. See you in the next case.